Look at the label, the low-fat product has more sodium than the normal product.
Well, both are really bad. If you're looking at, saturated and trans fat, sodium was having an effect on your blood pressure. So that's one of the ingredients that should be listed in the food nutrition fact table. So I think for avoiding, you have to avoid both.
Okay.
Saturated, trans, as well as, I would say all three, as well as sodium.
Okay.
So I guess it's to everyone's benefit is to read the labels and be more informed prior to consuming things that may appear to be low fat or low cholesterol, because it might be another enemy to your home instead. We have one more question here as well.
I think I'm sorry. I was listening to all the questions. Some of them that I had have been asked. One of the ones that I wanted to ask was, there was some study about omega-3 and omega-6 being together and they clash with each other.
That's a very good question. They clash each other, yes. The ratio should be 5 parts of omega-6 to 1 part of omega-3. And out of the two, omega-3 is more potent than omega-6, particularly in the prevention of coronary heart disease. And you saw the whole list of other things, the beneficial effects of omega-3. So best thing is to increase your omega-3. Now the active components that are having these effects are called the eicosanoids. And both omega-6 and omega-3 compete in the body for the various enzymes for the conversion of these dietary fatty acids into eicosanoids. They are not available in foods that our body is making in various tissues, particularly in the liver. So we don't want to have an overproduction of the eicosanoids coming from omega-6. That's going to have adverse effects on some of the blood chemistry, particularly on platelet aggregation and blood clotting. And also there are other molecules. These are on E-selective proteins that will line up your artery. And that could, have, if you have more omega-6, more production, whereas omega-3 can compete with the omega-6 and reduce those levels. So best thing is to have a good ratio of omega-6 to omega-3. Okay, so the ideal ratio is about 5:1 or between 1 to 10. That's the range we are looking to. But a very important question, but there's no real good answer for that. I was at a WHO meeting about 3 months ago, and this was partly, there was a paper that was published just about 2 weeks on this subject from Harvard University. And they are suggesting increasing the levels of omega-6 in the American diet. So we are not sure exactly, the current situation, but we are on the safe side. Best thing is to increase the omega-3 because we have a lot of omega-6 in our diet.
We already have it. I just wanted to also address one little issue. I know we're trying to talk about the physics of all what you're saying to be taken into the kitchen. And the gentleman in front of me talked about not knowing what grams are. I would just like to say that a teaspoon is 5 grams. And depending on what you're weighing, it could be 5, 6 or 7 grams, it could even be 4. So the lady of the house has to know that. and as far as eating butter is concerned, yes, it salivates our tongue because it attracts all areas of our tongue. That's why we like it. So if we remove butter from our diet, we need something that can go into all sections of our tongue. And the best thing to do is eat sharp. You get your salt, you get your sugar, you get your sour, you get your, what's it called, the acid part in mirchi. and put some lemon on it. No fat required, and you enjoy it. And it's actually good for you because what she puts that on is fruit, which is good carbohydrate. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that special tip. I guess before we go on to conclude tonight's symposium here, I just wanted to invite some special guests before that. Special thanks to Dr. Ratnayake. Thank you very much.